Hello, folks. Just a quick 2-minute review of what's taken place over the last week, what kind of content we've created over the last week. And I'm going to continue to do these videos for my Friday/Saturday emails that I send out, which are intended, again, to give you a review of what we've added over the last week so you don't miss new additions that may otherwise blend into the older content that's in the Retirement Academy. So 4 different things. And by the way, these 4 things are largely regulatory in nature. So very important. These can impact us, right? Number 1, the Washington rule that consumers have or will have that basically says consumers in Washington either buy your own long-term care insurance or be taxed. Be taxed by us, the state of Washington, and what we will do with that 0.58% tax is we will create a long-term care pool for you, the consumers. So I talk about that. If you're a financial professional that does business in Washington, whether you're an agent, whether you're an IMO or a carrier, you may want to watch that video down below. Even if you're not in Washington, watch the video because it's probably coming to a state near you. So number 1, Washington. Number 2, the fiduciary rule and what you should be doing now. Unbeknownst to the industry, we were surprised in February that a part of the fiduciary rule actually went through. And I talk about that in the video down below. I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but there is a form that you should be using right now. Now, although it's not being enforced until December by the IRS and the Department of Labor, you should be using this form right now if you are an annuity producer that does business with individual retirement accounts. And I explain in that video. And most of us that do annuities certainly deal with individual retirement accounts. So that's number 2, the fiduciary rule. Number 3, the PRO Act, gaining traction in Congress. And what this does is it seeks to turn independent contractors into employees of carriers or broker dealers or of the independent marketing organizations. Watch that video down below as well. And then number 4, just a heads up here, I created a section within the client meetings subsection of the 21st Century Agency. So 21st Century Agency, you go to client meetings, there's a section in there that I created based off your feedback last week that you liked the jokes, the stories, and the icebreakers, and that you felt that you could replicate those or use those with your clients in those client meetings. So I've created kind of what's going to be a repository of stories, jokes, and icebreakers in the client meeting section of the 21st Century module. That's the update for the week, folks. Have a great weekend.